Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. My name is Absal Ahmed and I am a forex trader. I also trade cryptos, but mainly Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's take a look at BTC USD today from a trading perspective and analyze how we can trade Bitcoin in the days to come and what's happening with the price action and where are we heading towards. So many of you were asking me how we can predict Bitcoin at this point because the price has been dropping quite a bit. You can see in the past week or so, in fact the last 3 weeks, the price has been dropping quite a lot. Last week has been the biggest drop from the 8,500 area to 7,000 or just below 7,000. Now on my screen here you can see two black lines. Now these are support and resistance lines. This is a support level just around the 6,000 area. You can see the last year in Feb and April the price bounced off that zone a couple of times. So I would say this is the nearest support, a strong support for Bitcoin right now. And on the upside we have the 10,000 as our next support. So but let's look at the daily time frame and figure out what's happening with price action. So on the daily time frame, you can see that the moving average 50, which I have right now placed on this chart. So this is exponential moving average. This is tilting down. So obviously the price is going down. So it's suggesting that the downtrend is continuing. And you can also see the gap between the moving average and the candlesticks is getting wider. So the downtrend is in effect and it's continuing to go down that way. I think around the 6,000 area is when we should be looking at buys, if at all there is a buy. Now you cannot just simply buy Bitcoin as soon as it touches the support area. We need more confluences, and we can talk more about in depth about what can be our targets, right? So let's draw a trend line. Now I'm going to draw the trend line right from the the high from the 2017. So 2017 high was the 20,000 zone. So since then the market has been coming down quite a bit. We did see a retracement this year in June, July, but then the market has followed its trend back down. So that's my trend line. That's the towards the upside, and we also have a resistance, as I said, just around the 9,700. So this is obviously a very strong zone for a trend breakout. So if you are going to counter the trend, if the trend changes, so this is where we're going to be looking at around the 10,000, and then price can head back. There's a huge potential that it can go above 14,000 and possibly even 20,000, but we don't know when that's going to happen. So right now we are going to be looking at the continuation of the downtrend, but let's go down on the 4 hour and let's figure out if the market does tend to reverse and starts heading back up, where are we looking at for potential buys. So this is the nearest resistance, which is just around 7,400. So we want to see um, a clear push, rather a more volume, and also we want to see candlestick formations playing out around the resistance area, and the price can go back up. But I really don't think that this is a good long-term buy. It could be a good short-term buy if it does break above the 7,400 area. So a short-term buy, possibly heading towards the so the first one obviously is our I guess this can also be our resistance and minor resistance. So this can probably be our first target, and then the second target obviously is our where's my horizontal line? Yes. So The next one is here around 9,500 to 10,000, right? So that's the first target, and the second target towards the upside. Now, as I said, we want to be seeing clear reversals, possibly an engulfing green candlestick, on the daily time frame or on the weekly time frame. We want to see a lot of volume, and also remember that Bitcoin is heavily dependent on fundamentals. So if we have a strong fundamental news which is attracting a lot of buyers to come in, then they should then we should be looking at price to be heading towards the, as I said, the nearest trend. So that's my analysis for BTC USD. As I said, the price is heading down. We are possibly reaching the 6,000. That's what it looks like in the short term. But in let's also look at the hourly, just to sort of confirm what's happening. Now on the hourly too, you can see that there is actually a trend line which is forming here. So in fact, it's although it might seem like it's not, you know, it's not a very because we are using a 1 hour time frame. So 1 hour time frame is generally not a very strong um, indication for determining where the market is heading to. We would like to see a weekly, a daily, or 4 hour time frame. But just on the short term, to see what's happening in the near future, on the hourly, there is a trend line, and looks like the market is possibly retesting the 7,100, right? So you can see that the market is forming these little candlesticks. Of course, there's not a lot of volume right now in the market. It's Sunday evening, but if we start seeing the market reaching that trend line there at 7,100, then the next level is obviously 7,300 and a break above that. I'd like to see a break above 7,400 to do short-term buys. Now, as I said, there's no long-term buys on word impulse. So in the short-term time frame, as I said, if we break above 7,400, we could possibly do some short-term buys on Bitcoin. If it doesn't play out that way, then we just wait and watch what happens next and see if it starts breaking the recent support, which is around 6,800, and then it starts heading towards 6,000. If it does head towards 6,000, I think we have a chance for a potential buy, a long-term buy. Let's figure that out as well with a Fibonacci. Now I'm going to use a Fibonacci retracement just to see how much the market can retrace towards the upside. Now let's use, so I'm going to use the Fibonacci starting from 8, in fact is here, right? So the market has pretty much shattered the 61.8, it looks like it, and it's heading towards the 78.6, which is in the 6,000 zone. Okay, that is a huge retracement from that big rally in 2017, right? But it is what it is. So the 78.6 is towards 6,000 area, which is also a pretty decent level. 61.8 would have been nice, but again, looks like it's broken that pretty much. And we see what happens near 6,000. So right now, we're going to be watching BTC USD quite closely, and if any trading opportunity occurs, I will be sharing it with my students and also with my followers. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I'm available on email and also on Facebook Messenger. So do send me a message about trading opportunities, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much. Bye.